All right. Whew. Are you guys doing okay? All right. I'm almost done. Okay. A big part of this project was preservation, and I was like, I was on these guys. You know, watch your trails, stay on one trail, and if you're not, I'm going to take dinner away from you or something like that. But the big thing here is that we wanted to leave these places, all these places, as close to as how we found them. A lot of the people who came to visit, and even today, a lot of people are like, well, why don't you leave those rooms exposed so we can all enjoy it and whatnot? Well, the problem there is that's a really good idea, and you know, fine. But with it being exposed like that, it's exposed to the elements, and with the elements comes repair, comes monitoring, comes management of those archaeological sites, and with that comes we're going to have to change it. You know, a lot of these structures, we'd have to rebuild the wall after it got torn down, or after a visitor came and thought, well, this looks good up there. So we would lose its originality. And so we made it a big point to cover up everything. We, this is Furnace Flats area. We're all pretty happy here. There are about 25 people here for 2 days. And the backfill was, we estimated about 150 cubic meters that we put back into the arroyo. And huge, huge effort by everybody. We also did a lot of transplanting in this area too. For the Palisades area, there were about 20 people, a day and a half. We backfilled about 126 cubic meters. Did some transplanting, mainly cactus when I talk about transplanting. And we threw a ton of seed on the area. And this is actually where the kiva was. And so I think we did a pretty good job there to make it mimic what is today's natural landscape. Evo site, we about hit our max here on this one. So we got a little crazy, and we still weren't done. We're still standing on this. It was bizarre. I was so tired. Evo site, 21 people. One day we backfilled about 135 cubic meters of dirt and did more reseeding in that area too. So it's really important to the park and to us too. You know how a lot of us go into places and you know we think they're pristine and then we see trash and whatever. It's really important for us that we go in there, retrieve all that information, but we, you know, the leave no trace effort. So I want to commend the M&A crew and on following that. I really appreciate that. And again, the boatmen were fantastic. We had MPS boatmen. We had a company called Saba, and they've been on our trips too, and they were just helping us right along too. So it was a big team effort. All right, public outreach and education. One of the big things with that Florida money is that how are you going to show that your efforts are going to go out to the public, increase their knowledge, enhance their knowledge of the prehistory of the canyon? Well, here I am. And no, I'm just kidding. We have a lot of programs that we had to write up and say this is what we're going to do. And by golly, we've been doing it. The MPS interpretation. That's a program that we've been doing on site. So we've got a videographer on site that's documenting all of our work, and we have a freelance photographer. Here's our freelance photographer. And actually at this site, this is a site near Lee's Ferry, we totally had to wear the masks and the goggles because it was extremely dusty with the flood deposits. I think my eyeballs were out to here, if you can imagine, about every night. That's done there. The on-site tours that we had, and I do want to thank the MPS Interpretation Division for helping us out here because we had almost 2,000 people so far visit us. And these are commercial trips, private trips, science trips. We had backpackers. We also had Allison, who was in the audience, give a talk at Phantom Ranch right after one of our excavations too, to let the public know what was going on, what we're doing. And I think this was the most exciting part for me because it It really gave us an opportunity for people to see what we're doing, to educate them, and they were so thrilled about it. I mean, it was incredible. And the NPS interpreters who actually committed to do these trips with us, that's big in and of itself, because who would want to hang out with a bunch of archaeologists? But there were days where we would get like 300 to 400 people, and the minute that interp would come up with the whole group of 20-some people, there'd be another trip coming right down. And so Ted or myself would have to go down and work it so we could just keep moving. So, oh my goodness. Did I do that? Sorry about that. I can't even move it. How do you do that? Anyway, so that was a neat program.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of it? I wasn't paying attention.
Take the toys away.
Hey, peanut gallery back there. Okay, sorry you guys. Okay, believe it or not, I'm almost done. Okay, some of our off-site work that we've done is we had this fantastic photo exhibit at the Museum of Northern Arizona. From March to July, we had a reception. Maybe a few of you were there, I don't know. But this is the way we're trying to get the word out on what we're doing. We also have, as a result of that, we wrote up a proposal to do an exhibit at the Kolb Studio, which is at the South Rim of Grand Canyon. And with that exhibit, we're going to have probably some of these old photos and new photos. And we're also going to include artifacts for that exhibit. So it'll be a full-on exhibit of the excavations around 2010. We're also, our intent, and I really hope it's got to happen, is that it will happen, is that the exhibit that we do at the Kolb Studio is going to be available to the tribes who are culturally affiliated with us. And if they have a visitor center, and if they would like to, they can have that exhibit for a few months or so. And the intent here is to have them be able to do their own interpretation of what was found and stuff. So I think that'll be very beneficial to the tribes and really to the public, because you always hear us talking about archaeology, but it's really fascinating to hear tribal perspectives on that. With the videographer, he's actually going to set up a web-based site for us on the excavations. We're going to set up a station at a visitor center at the South Rim so that we can reach the people who just go there to the South Rim and aren't fortunate enough to go down on the river. And his intent is to do like a virtual reality thing. So he's got video from the rim, like around Desert View. You fly down into the sites that we excavated, and then you can do a virtual tour around the rooms that were excavated. So I think that'll be really good for the public to enjoy. He's also going to prepare a video that's more for archaeologists, amateur archaeologists, to see the process of the excavations. So that was good. All right, in conclusion, I just want to say that so far so good. I mean, M&A and the Park Service have really worked very well together, despite some tubes that we've gotten. On some days we had some attitudes that we had to just ignore. But, no, in general, it's a great crew.